Hello, Christoph. Great that you can join the Metrology talk and that we can have a little bit of chat about the Academy. You're the leader of the Academy. And I would directly step into it and ask you, why are customers coming? What are their motivations that they ask you, we would like to have a training?
Hi, Andre. Thanks for the invitation. Basically, there are three topics, things why the customers want to come to us to be trained. The first thing is just to increase the know-how of the individual employees of the customer.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing is to reduce costs. So in your measuring process and in your process and measuring the combined process, to have the know-how at the customers and at the employees can spare a huge lot of money. And the third thing is if they have individual problems. So there is a specific problem that they cannot solve alone, and then they come to us to be trained.
And typically that is a technical problem, like they have a measurement task and they cannot handle it as they don't have the know-how, they don't have a new machine, a new workpiece. I understand that. So basically it's about they want to increase their quality management and their efficiency. And by this, of course, you need know-how training. And what typically do we train them? What is the offering portfolio that you have within the Academy?
So we can divide that in two topics. And the first is like our Mahr seminars, which includes surface roughness, gear measurement, length measurement, and form measurement. And the second big topic is AUKOM trainings. So there's the AUKOM association, and they offer trainings, AUKOM level 1, AUKOM level 2, AUKOM GD&T, and AUKOM level 3. And we offer all these three courses.
AUKOM, I have a question, but before I forget it, I have taken a look at the program, the seminar program that you're offering. I read something like the focus weeks, which sounded very interesting. Could you briefly explain what are the focus weeks?
Focus weeks are all the courses we offer where we combine theoretical training and application training.
Mm-hmm.
So basically we have a 2 or 3 day theoretical training like surface roughness or AUKOM GD&T. And then we combine it with 2 days of practical training at the machine. So we then measure really GD&T on our machines on an MMQ, or we take a surface roughness measurement machine or different machines and measure surface roughness then at the end of the week.
Mm-hmm. I learned that was coming out of your experience doing that for many years, the training, the focus week, that you mix theory and practical training, which works, I guess, best because then theory you directly, use it, and by this it gets hammered in the brain. AUKOM was the other topic. You already mentioned that there are different kind of levels. Perhaps you can briefly explain what your recommendation is, which level is for which party.
So 1 or 2 sentences about AUKOM. AUKOM is a German association, non-profit association, which is is built up of basically the measuring machine companies, which produce the measuring machines, and a huge lot of big companies producing parts like VW or MTU. And it's a non-profit organization which wants to improve the training at coordinate measuring. And by that, they designed producer-independent seminars. Mm-hmm. And they have a curriculum which basically consists of AUKOM level 1, which is for everyone who is dealing with measurement, from construction to production, and of course in the metrology.
It's like an entrance into the world.
It's an entrance, yes, exactly. And then we have the AUKOM level 2, which is basically thought for people that program parts, like do programming for measuring machines. And then there's the GD&T course, which allows everyone to understand the not so trivial GD&T standardization, like ISO 1101. And these 3 courses define the AUKOM metrologist. And this AUKOM metrologist is an extra certificate which is valid for 5 years. And that's for everyone who works every day in the metrology lab. And then there's even a step further, it's AUKOM level 3, is thought to be for managers of metrology labs, for instance, because there it's also about measuring uncertainty and how to design and control measuring labs.
You mentioned that AUKOM is while it is a German kind of association, it's still, as far as I understood, a global approach. So we have like Zeiss, Hexagon, Mahr is part of that also. So it's, while it's German, perhaps located, it's an international educational program?
It's international, it's very international. We, of course, it began in Germany.
Yeah.
We have a strong cooperation in France. We have many partners in all over the world, many partners in China, in the US. We have partners in the UK, basically everywhere, all around the world.
So you just mentioned AUKOM is a German kind of an association, but it's an international educational program, and the certificates are internationally accepted. Is it correct?
The certificates are accepted all over the world. We have partners in Asia, in the Americas. The big partner is also in France, so it's very international certificates. Yes.
Okay, I get it. So you explained we have focus weave, we also do custom training, we have AUKOM trainings. What kind of types of trainings do we offer?
Basically, it's 3 types. We have e-learnings, which are online available on our learning management system, and you can train yourself 24/7 with those e-learnings. Then we have live courses, which are split up in webinars, which are live online courses. And we have, of course, live on-site courses, like it was always, where we have the people, the trainer and the participants in one room, and we train together.
And we briefly talked. So you often do also trainings at the customer side. Is it very typical, and what are the reasons for that?
It's very typical. The reasons are that a customer has more than one, so they have at least 2 advantages from that. Rather 3, so they have 3 advantages for that. The first is that you can discuss your own problems in the seminar as well. The second is you can have all your people from construction, from production, and from metrology together in one room for such kind of trainings, and everyone is trained and they start talking about their problems together there. And of course, they spare some money if they do it in-house for many participants.
Yeah, you don't have hotel traveling, etc. And just the first point you mentioned, that sometimes you tell me some stories about the trainings. And I understood that especially when you talk about, their personal topics and challenges, that the customer has an on-top benefit when you do a training there. Do you have some examples? What happened?
My favorite example is when a colleague of mine did a surface measurement training. So basically, surface measurement is for many people is the easy things. You just hit on the button and it works. So he gave a training. He gave a training for 2 days, surface metrology, and then the customer realized told him a problem. There were parts for more than 100,000 euros in quarantine, just because their roughness was bad. And they measured it again after they had the training, because they got additional know-how and they knew how to actually measure it, and realized that those more than 100,000 euro parts were not bad parts. The roughness was okay after they analyzed it correctly. So they did a mistake in the analyzing first. After they got the new know-how, they could actually do it correctly and had 100,000 euros of direct benefit within a couple of hours.
Which shows 2 topics. The one is that an on-site training makes sense, but especially it shows that training itself makes sense, because if you do metrology not properly, you can scrap perhaps a lot of stuff, which is a lot of money, which may be absolutely valid products, but you just have done it improperly. So therefore training helps a lot. Thanks for all the examples. Perhaps one last recommendation from your side. What would be your last statement for those who visit or hear us?
My last statement would be, I would propose to everyone who's dealing with metrology to go for focus weeks, go for courses where you combine theory and practice. This combination helps the most for the actual work in your company. And I also propose to everyone, go for the AUKOM metrologist, because if you have AUKOM level 1, level 2, and the GD&T course, you basically know everything which you need to have efficiency in your measurement.
And by this you save, for example, perhaps €100,000.
That's probable, yes.
Yeah. Christoph, thanks a lot for all those insights. It was very interesting and nice to have you here.
I enjoyed it being here. Thank you.